Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Right now here at 5 o'clock, a person is arrested in connection with an early morning house fire. What investigators know so far.
Plus, why Shawnee police responded to a school for the second straight day. And this.
Our fans need to rest their voice this week because we're going to need every ounce from them on Friday night.
Start drinking the hot tea with
That's
lemon
right.
now. The call for fans to show up and show out for a first-of-its-kind game in Norman Friday night. More from Joe C. coming up. But first here at 5 o'clock, 4 friends, one deadly crash. Tonight we're learning more about the Deer Creek High School students involved in Monday night's tragedy in Logan County. Thanks for joining us. I'm Karl Torp.
And I'm Amanda Taylor. 2 were killed, 2 others were hospitalized. News 9's Deanne Stein is live in our newsroom with more on how these families are doing. Deanne?
Amanda, Karl, we talked to several of the parents, and as you can imagine, they are heartbroken by the loss. The 4 girls were friends and together when the crash changed their lives forever.
The crash site along Charter Oak Road near Guthrie is slowly becoming a place of remembrance. With each passing day, more flowers line the gravel road, honoring 2 young lives lost here Monday night. Jaslyn Jazzy Jacobs and Marley Brown were killed when the pickup truck they were riding in left the roadway, struck a guardrail, and plunged more than 20 feet into Deer Creek. The 17-year-old driver and another passenger, London Mitchell, survived. London's father, Teddy Mitchell, says the 4 girls were close friends and all attended Deer Creek High School. In the days following the crash, the district made counselors available to students ahead of the Christmas break. Teddy shared these photos of London and Marley. He says the 2 girls were inseparable, always laughing and having fun together. Marley's mother remembers her daughter as sweet and caring, with a deep passion for her faith. She says Marley dreamed of going to college after high school. Jazzy's mother describes her daughter as amazing and kind, with big dreams of her own. Jazzy hoped to attend cosmetology school next year and one day become a veterinarian.
Now, OHP says 1 survivor suffered minor injuries. Teddy tells us London remains in critical condition. Amanda?
Oh, we were thinking and praying for them all, Deanne. OHP says the cause of that crash is still under investigation.
From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, David Payne.
Well, as promised, the clouds and the fog rolled in overnight and this morning, and it was thick across parts of central, southwestern, even back into northern, even parts of eastern Oklahoma. It was all thick early on, but just in the last couple of hours, like the last couple of days, the sun doing a pretty good job and the warm air coming back and the wind to erode away the clouds. So now we're seeing sunshine finally here in Oklahoma City. Look at that shot. Not a cloud to be found anywhere, right? That looks good. Downtown looks great. And considering where we began earlier this morning, all right? So here we go. Temperatures, 60 in the Village. How about a 58 in Edmond, 59 over in Shawnee. We'll do a 57 down in Moore and Norman. And the rest of Oklahoma, a mix of 50s and 60s. Still about 10 degrees above average for just about everybody. Close to 70 now. Up in the Panhandle. Here it comes. That is your tonight and tomorrow morning's cold front. That is going to be your wind machine. That's going to give us a lot of wind as this storm system rockets across the northern Rockies into the plains up north. We get the wind from that tomorrow along with the cold front. So here we go. All right. Yeah, we're talking about shorts eventually down the road. 9-day forecast coming up here in about 10 minutes. Guys, back to you.
David, we'll see you then. A Metro man is sentenced for the shooting deaths of 2 people in Oklahoma City. Investigators say Mark Baker first shot and killed Joshua Goldsby near Southwest 15th and Westwood in May 2024. Then later that same day, police say Baker shot and killed April Gaines. Baker pleaded guilty in court today. A judge sentenced him to life. The first 50 years will be served in jail. Oklahoma City police arrest the suspect in a double stabbing at a convenience store near Southwest 74th in May last week. Police say one of the victims yelled out of his window at Patrick McNeary before parking at a gas station. Police say McNeary followed the victims into the store and stabbed them. At last check, one of those victims was in critical condition. McNeary was booked for assault.
For the second day in a row, Shawnee police respond to reports of a threat at a Shawnee school. Today, investigators say a middle school student told another student they had a gun. Officers searched the student. They did not have a gun, and the student claimed they were just joking. The student, though, was removed from school and referred to juvenile services. No names have been released, and police say a threat to the high school yesterday was unsubstantiated. And now to this, a first-of-its-kind game for the University of Oklahoma. The Sooners host Alabama in a home playoff game Friday night.
OU Athletic Director Joe Castiglione is telling fans to get ready to cheer loud for the Sooners. News 9's Haley Hetrick has Joe C's message for fans ahead of kickoff.
All eyes are on Owen Field Friday night for the matchup between the Sooners and Crimson Tide. They're attracting both SEC Nation and College Game Day to Norman for OU's first ever home playoff game.
It's gotta be loud.
We're talking ear-ringing, decibel-level noise.
Our fans need to rest their voice because we're gonna need every ounce from them on Friday night.
Cheering on the Sooners in their playoff run.
They've earned a spot, and we're focused on trying to do something with it.
OU Athletic Director Joe Castiglione says the team will bring their A game on the field, but needs the Sooner fans to do the same in the stadium.
This team is on a mission, and we want to give them all the fuel they need to keep the mission going.
With retirement on the horizon, Josie's hoping to make the most of this opportunity.
This is the epic blue blood type of matchup that you can only dream of if you're going to host a game like this.
It's a similar blue blood matchup that attracted College Game Day back in September.
But our team, our coaches have navigated this in such a great way that it's created some of the most memorable moments.
Game by game, the Sooners showed they're meant to be here.
You have moments that are just magical, and it springboards us to something more, which is what we're trying to make happen this week.
Adopting the phrase, one more for one more.
One more win gets us one more game.
It'll take all of Sooner Nation to keep getting one more.
This is going to be a game that goes all the way to the end, and we have to have our fans all in.
For Oklahoma's Own, I'm Haley Hetrick.
We'll all rest up and get ready for it. Haley, thank you. Kickoff set for Friday at 7 p.m. And we have a Sooners game day guide online with everything you need to prepare for the big game. Scan that QR code you see there on your screen. And still ahead here at 5 o'clock, our sports team is going through last-minute preps for our 30-minute playoff special. They'll join us live with a preview coming up.
Plus, despite losing their home weeks before Christmas, why one Oklahoma family says it could have been a whole lot worse if not for their neighbor. We'll explain.
And then tonight at 6, we are hearing from the new superintendent of Epic Charter Schools, what he's planning to do in his 100 days in the role. The suspect in a deadly wrong-way crash in Oklahoma City will, in fact, stand trial. Sergio Ibarra is charged with first-degree manslaughter and DUI in connection with the crash on I-44 in Western back in May. Investigators say Ibarra hit a car head-on, killing Caitlin Callahan. 2 others were injured. Ibarra waived his right to a preliminary hearing today, so he'll be formally arraigned on February 4th. And take a look at this video here in just a moment. We are waiting to learn the name of a person arrested after a house caught fire. Yeah, it also caused a small explosion right there near Northwest 15th and Classen early this morning. Investigators say the person had been living in the vacant home and started a fire to stay warm. That was a propane tank that exploded there on the 2nd floor. The occupant did make it out of the house safely, and then they were arrested. No one else was hurt.
An Oklahoma family is all together this Christmas thanks to the heroic actions of a neighbor. The Lewises say their Lake Eufaula home caught fire when they were out of town. When their neighbor saw the flames, he called 911 and then ran into that burning home to rescue the family's 3 dogs.
To not even just save our dogs, but to go back in 3 times. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Everything else can be pretty much replaced, but those dogs, no way.
Yeah, the home was a complete loss. The Lewises say even though this is not the Christmas they expected, they are grateful to celebrate together with their dogs by their side.
Let's take a live look outside right now from our Lucky Star Sky Cam Network. More roller coaster temperatures leading up to the holiday week. David's tracking those highs and lows. Also, he's going to let us know, are we going to break a record on Christmas Day? We'll talk to him after this.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9.
Preparations for the Sooners' first playoff game since 2019 are in full swing.
The Sooners will host Alabama in Norman on Friday night. And our News 9 sports director, Toby Rowland, joins us live with Chris Williams and John Holcomb. Guys, we might be in for a battle on Friday night. What do you think?
It's going to be fun. We got a special coming up at 6:30. The field is ready. The college football playoff logo has been painted on the field. The signage is up and ready to go. It's intriguing. An intriguing matchup, John. What intrigues you the most?
I'm going to borrow a little bit of what you and I talked about earlier. They've just played a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
What are the changes going to be like? We heard Kane Womack say, tongue-in-cheek, I think, defensive coordinator for Alabama, is saying, hey, if Oklahoma's watching this, we're changing everything. They're not going to change everything. Or, Chris, are they?
Maybe
they might.
They are.
Ben Arbuckle called it malpractice if they run the same thing again this time around. It was just a month ago. I'm curious about which quarterback is going to show up. Both Ty Simpson and John Mateer have been a little off their game late in the season. One of those guys needs to step up and lead his team to the win.
The mantra for OU late in the season has been hard to kill. You've heard that by now. One of our features in the special tonight is from Owen Heineke. Raven Ray sat down with the Tulsa area star now for the Sooners and asked him about that slogan.
Sure, maybe you've seen the shirts that say "hard to kill" that we wear. I think that really has become the defense or the mindset of the defense. We've been in a lot of close games, and the offense does a good job of complimenting us when we need it, but a lot of these games that come down to big defensive plays. And so, Coach V likes to say we got to punch first, punch back, and punch last.
Playoff special coming up at 6:30. What do people want to watch for?
Well, I'm one of those football nerds, so I'm going to hit the film room. We're going to get on the board. We're going to look at what John Mateer, Ty Simpson have done as of late, what's good, what's bad, what needs to happen.
John?
It's good that one of the three of us is a nerd.
Yeah.
But what style of game do we think is going to take place out here? I think most people could guess.
We got sit-downs, too, with Brent Venables and Joe Castiglione. It's going to be a big-time show. 6:30 tonight. Back to you guys.
Looking forward to it, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
This is big time.
Yeah.
Big for the whole city, too.
You knew in Norman Public Schools canceled school like a week ago.
Yeah.
On Friday.
I know, they did.
It's serious stuff.
It's serious stuff, for sure.
Yeah, there'll just be people won't even be in the stands. It'll just be a party that'll go for blocks.
Well, and college game day is going to be here as well.
Yeah,
so.
It's going to be a whole day thing.
It'll start that morning, college game day. I mean,
yeah.
So
long
a lot
day
of people,
for a few folks. There'll be some folks that won't make it to the game.
Well,
if you know what I mean.
We know what you mean.
Anyway, party too early, you know what that means. You got to hang on. All right, hey, we're talking about, first of all, let's take a look at this. Talking about record highs coming up. This is going to be for next week. We're going to try to tie a couple. Now, for Christmas Eve, the record high is 86, set back in 1955. No, not going to break 86, but 70s. And then the record high for Christmas Day, there's my forecast high of 75, the record high 73. So we're going to try to break that, and then out of control. The cold air, it has left us, which is fine. It's out of here. It's just retreated back into Canada. And I tell you what, I don't think the Arctic air, I said this last night, and I said this the last couple of days, I don't think the Arctic air comes back into Oklahoma until we get into January. All right? It may be a while, which is fine by me. A toasty Christmas outlook. There it is, a high of 74 on Christmas Eve. There's your record high. We're not going to break it. Christmas Day, there's my forecast, 75, and there's your record. So here we go, right? We'll see. It's going to be close. It's going to be warm. So ask for shorts. I don't know. Ask for, you'll be playing outside, kiddos, on Christmas Day. Blanchard, looking good. The tree looks great. It's 57 degrees. We're cooling off with a south wind now at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. That shot part of our Lucky Star Skycam network. And here we go. Upper 50s, a few 60s hanging on. The clouds, the fog we had this morning when Megan and Lacey were out here, those basically have moved out of the metro. The fog ended this morning, but the clouds have moved out for now. But temperatures right now, 50s, 60s in the west and northwest, even warmer in the panhandle. We still have fog running from Durant up to near Ada, down to Idabel. This is going to hang down here this evening and tonight, but for the rest of us, we're not going to have any fog like we did this morning. All right, so cold front. And by the way, this front's going to come barreling through tonight. And any fog that's around to our south and east, it's going to blow it out. It's going to be some dry air and some wind coming in with that. And it's all tied to this powerful upper storm. You're thinking, oh, finally, an upper storm give us wind and rain. And no, we get wind out of it. We'll cool it down a little bit, but no, it's not going to do that for us. It's moving from west to east or picking up rain and snow to our north, but that's just a wind maker for us. So tomorrow's windy, but guess what? It's a north wind tomorrow. We are windy again on Friday. It's a south wind, so we're going to do the big flip-flop on wind the next 9 days. But see the arrows here showing you the jet stream from west to east? That bottles the cold air up. It shuts the door on it. It keeps it into Canada. It will not let it come south, and it just gets warmer. Great travel for next week, too. If you're traveling a state or two or more around Oklahoma next week, knock yourself out. Driving, flying, it looks good. No major systems anytime soon. All right, lows tonight, 40s, 50s in the southeast, 47 in the morning in Oklahoma City. North winds will pick up later tonight behind that cold front. Now, this evening and tonight, could see a little light rain, a few showers in eastern and southeast Oklahoma, also fog there. And then tomorrow, highs in the 50s, 60s down south, 50s in the north and northwest. We'll do a 58 here in Oklahoma City, a little cooler in the north. North winds tomorrow at 20 to 40 miles per hour, okay, across the state. But we could see some gusts in the north and northwest over 50. So it's going to blow and go. Might have a few power bumps tomorrow with that wind, especially across the north. Highs on Friday, again in the 50s, but windy. It ends up being windy. It's going to be a south wind, and that will continue Friday evening for the OU game. Temperatures near 50 by the fourth quarter. It will feel like the 40s because of the wind, okay? There's Saturday, 60s and 70s. Get out of here. It gets great. We're going to cool it off behind the next cold front for Sunday. Back to a high of 57 Sunday. Winter, by the way, officially arrives on Sunday. I'm okay with that because Monday back up to a 64. There's next week, 70s, near record highs or record highs, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Come on, Santa. Here we go. Carl, back to you.
David, thank you. Still ahead, the Oklahoma City Thunder aren't just winning on the court. See how they are also making the holidays brighter for thousands in the metro. Off of it, coming up after the break.
From building basketball courts to feeding families, the Thunder organization is always giving back to our community.
And they're ramping up their giving efforts for the holidays. Our Mike Glover got to tag along for their 12 days of giving in tonight's Something Good.
Okay, so we're used to seeing the Thunder organization out in the community doing great things. But during the holidays, those efforts go into overdrive.
I think this year we're close to about 40-ish activations.
Close to 40 community engagements since November 1st, making this the organization's busiest season ever. And part of the Giving Fund is their Sprite 12 Days of Giving.
We identify 12 agencies that we may or may not work with throughout the season, and we gift them with about $1,000 worth of product from their wish list.
Groups like the Police Athletic League.
We provide everything from jerseys, cleats, shin guards, coaches' balls, everything free of charge to a little over 3,000 OKCPS students.
So when the Thunder Group, along with Rumble of course, showed up bearing gifts, it was a huge surprise.
It looks really fun. I'm glad they came.
This gift really helps us offset those costs to provide snacks and food to the kids who may not have something to go home to.
And they had a great cheer with all the kids, and that was such a great feeling.
The Red Andrews Christmas Dinner hasn't been in person since 2019. But this year, they're back, feeding close to 8,000 people and providing toys for 6,000 kids.
They have these fabulous toys that's going to make children so happy that may not have Christmas.
And since we're in the spirit of giving, Goodwill decided to join in the Giving Fund.
We have winter coats that are donated to us here at Goodwill, so what better way than to give that back during the winter?
Goodwill gave us over 400 coats.
This is why we do it during the season of giving, and we love it.
The giving efforts of the reigning NBA champions. That is something good. I'm Mike Glover for Oklahoma's Own.
They just always do so much, Mike. Thank you. As we look back at the year, we got to look back at the weather because all kinds of extreme weather happened, including nearly double our average number of tornadoes.
In our next episode of Beyond the Forecast, David and Lacey discuss the shifting of Tornado Alley and a lot more. You can catch the latest episode of Beyond the Forecast tomorrow at 3 p.m. on our News 9 Weather YouTube page.
When you start breaking it down, we had so many weather events this past year.
Yeah, everything. And all the extremes. Everything came just with big, big pushes. Like, the wildfires kind of settled down. Then we ramped up with the flooding, and then it settled down. Then we had the tornadoes. I mean, had 105 tornadoes for the year, basically. So nearly our double average. Another big year. So, yeah. And then we've had a little bit of winter weather, but yeah.
But maybe record highs.
And then record highs.
In the year.
That's how we're going to end the year. Record highs.
Record-breaking days next week.
I know,
it's crazy, right?
Thanks so much for watching.
See you at 6.